We are very, very fortunate to have such a beautifully temperatured day, a little breezy, but compared to some of the heat that we experienced in Douglas for much of the summer, this is the most appreciated weather conditions. Jeff Sparks will be our first contestant this afternoon. Jeff is from Commerce City, Colorado. That's just outside of Denver. Jeff has a carriage business there, team of perch runners. Clock is running. All right, these horses are experienced, no trouble with the bridge. Looks like a little 360 into a lane. Now a little backing into the garage. I'm assuming they have to back as far as the cones. You can hear Jack talking to his team. Step Hall. Hall is left. G is right. Not to insult your intelligence, but in case some of you are there who are not familiar with the terminology used with dressed horses. He is controlling the team by the lines. Not reins. Reins are on saddle horses. All right, I have a time of 1:33:56. Am I close? The official timer is down on the ground there. That's Leah. We don't have communication between the two of us, so. Leah, I guess I'll just give you my time, and if there's a discrepancy, we'll go with yours. This is Darren Henry. This is the mixed team. The grayish-looking horse is a Clydesdale. The darker horse is a Shire. Very similar. Both breeds have feathering on their feet and long hair. Darren just recently put this team together.
Disqualified?
DQ? All right, DQ on Jeff Sparks. My wife is concerned that she may not know what DQ means, but that means disqualified. Now I've insulted your intelligence, right?
Right.
All right, again, Darren Henry, also from Colorado. We have a little figure eight. Or maybe not. Everything has to be done no more than at a trot. We do not permit galloping, loping, only a trot in draft horse farm class teams, farm team classes. All right, nice hands for Darren Henry. One penalty. All right, one penalty. That's a 10-second penalty. Will be added to his time, and Leah will take care of that. And the Teamsters enjoy your ovation. They appreciate it. Again, as you've already gathered, all of these gentlemen travel up from Colorado to be in the show today. We do have a Wyoming Teamster coming tomorrow. He was unable to come today, but he is planning to attend tomorrow afternoon. Oh, he's here? Oh, I'm sorry. He's here. I was told otherwise. Is he going to be out here in the arena then? Oh, okay.
What was the time?
Do a little repair work on the course here. I think that's where that 10-second penalty came from. All right, this is Gary Ryder. Gary also a Coloradoan. Is it Windsor? No, that's not right. Hudson, that's right. Hudson, Colorado. That's northeast of Denver. Now off I-76 there. These are Clydesdale. Gary shows at the National Western Stock Show, Colorado State Fair, a lot of local county fairs in the state of Colorado. And it's quite evident Gary likes to talk to his horses. Now we're going to straddle the poles. All right, I got 1:16:06 that time on my time. Nice hand for Gary, getting them through there very, very rapidly. 3, 4. I'm looking against the white background. I barely can see your hand. Are you saying 2, 3? The straddling the pole could be equated to cultivating a row crop. Any number of things that you might have a reason for a team to straddle. Now this is our Wyoming entrance. Doug, this is our Wyoming man. Do we have a name? All right, thank you. Team of gray Percherons. Percherons can be gray, black, and in many instances, probably this team as well will turn white as they age.
So I don't have to worry about the time. It's not like other shows.
Looks like a very nice, well-matched team. I can't tell you much about this infant. I'm not familiar with him. We'll try to get that information just as soon as we can. Doing a nice job out there. You can see he chose to do almost a 90-degree turn into the garage. Backing seems to be the most difficult for today's horses. Well, that loop-to-loop thing gets to be annoying after a while, doesn't it? All right, nice job for our no-name contestant. I have a time of 1:46.93. And we have four penalties, all right? So that adds 40 seconds worth of time. So speed is not everything. Very, very important to take your time and avoid those penalties. This is Greg Kearns coming up, also with a Percheron team. Greg is from Elizabeth, Colorado. Elizabeth, southeast of Denver. Greg runs a carriage business and also a hay business. One of those who uses his horses almost on a daily basis. A team that's quite accustomed to crossing that plywood. You can hear him talking to Amos, that's his gray horse. Nice job, Greg. All right, Greg Kearns, Elizabeth, Colorado. Judges in the ring, Stuart, will confer if they have any questions. I had a time at 127.26, so it makes a difference to you. Again, the official time is kept down on the arena floor. I just do it in case of a clock failure or a personnel failure. But Leah Mackey is one of the most experienced ring persons you'll ever encounter.
The other horses in, Paul. Greg Kearns is waving them in.
Right, do you want the other teamsters in, Doug, for the awards? All right, teamsters, even though you're not hitched, just walk them on in. People can take a quick look at your teams. Again, we are using 4 carts today. We had 4 cart like Greg has right in front of you. It's a Pioneer. Pioneer, probably the best known manufacturer of farm equipment, modern day farm equipment for horse usage. When all of them get out here, let's give them a nice hand. These gentlemen, all of them, you know what it's like to pull from the Denver area to Douglas. It's a good 5 or 6 hour drive in a truck, at least 5 hours. Longer for someone like Greg who lives south of Denver. I guess Jeff Sparks didn't come back in, all right? Gary Ryder, the young man to your right with the Clydes, and Greg Kearns with the mixed Percheron team. Both winners last year at the National West, or actually this year, at the National Western Stock Show. What was it, Gary? You won the log skid? Obstacle and something else, and Greg got the other 2. If you have a chance to go down to the National Western the end of January, the last weekend of the event down there, we have the draft horse show. And they have some very competitive events there. Three-team race, log skip, which you'll see here tomorrow. Takes a few moments to go down the list there and take a look at the times. And I promise I'll get your Wyoming man's name here in just a moment. That's a very, very beautiful team.
He was the first one. Mike Cushman.
Mike Cushman?
Yes.
Mike Cushman. Where are you from, Mike?
KC.
KC? KC, Wyoming. All right, thank you.
You ready for times with penalties? Our official times?
Okay, are you keeping there to turn in for the money and stuff?
Your mic's still on.
Yeah, I just turned it on.
Okay. What was that?
So you got the official stuff there for
Yeah, I'm just gonna read it to you real quick.
Okay.
Gary,
Why don't you let me handle it?
you can read my handwriting. We had to fix Gary's score. He only had 2 penalties, not 3.
Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a DQ for Jeff Sparks.
Right. So Gary got first. Greg got second.
Who's 4 no number?
That's the local Wyoming guy.
Oh, Mike Cushman?
Yep. And then is it Henry?
Henry.
He got third.
Yeah, and Mike, wait a minute. You got Gary is first?
Yep. Because he had 115 with 2 penalties.
Okay.
Greg was second because he had 128 with 1.
Why is he Greg? You weren't.
That was close.
Yeah, okay.
All right, here are your placings. In fourth place, with a total time, inclusive of all penalties, 2 minutes, 27 seconds, .25, are Mike Cushman, our man with no name to begin with. Mike, we thank you for coming out and having that team out here.
Darren Henry, I think.
Yeah, third
You did almost like his number 1, right?
Darren Henry.
Aaron Henry was third.
In third place then is Darren Henry.
157.
Darren had the mixed Clyde and Shire team there. Give your hand, big hand. We got Darren to come up here at the last minute. In second place, with a time of 1:38.06, was Greg Kearns. And only 3 seconds separating him and Gary Ryder, who had a time of 1:35.97. And of course, Jeff Sparks, our first entrant out there, was DQ. Nice hand to these gentlemen. Are we presenting the buckle now? They're going to get those in the office. All right.
So what class are we going to do next?
We have one in ladies team.
Oh, is Sammy going to drive for?
Yep.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to go back and get it. Ladies team.
Our next class is to be a ladies team driving. We only have one entrant in that, but she's going to come out into the arena and we'll be evaluated. And they have to go back and hitch up for that one. This is our first draft of our show in connection with the Wyoming State Fair. And the reason it was included this year is because of the 100th anniversary. We hope to be able to do a repeat performance in the coming years. We weren't quite sure what kind of response we could get out of the area from Teamsters, but we'd like to have a lot more Wyoming entrants. And I know there are a lot of ranchers around the Wyoming territory that feed from a wagon, horse-drawn wagon. So we ought to be able to get some of these teams off the ranches out here. They don't have to be people who do this several times a year like most of these gentlemen do. As I mentioned earlier, most of these teams were in the show Sunday. They're in the show here today and tomorrow, and they'll be in another show on Sunday. That's an unusual schedule. We don't often have that close to the shows that close together. But this week it just works out that way. All right, this looks like Jeff Sparks' entry. We'll get the Teamster's name in a moment. Pulling this steel wheel grain wagon. A lot of times you would see this if this were a performance-like class with a show wagon. In fact, if you're high enough up in the grandstand, you can see he's got a load of ear corn, looks like. Who's driving for you, Jeff? Linda Boyd. Linda Boyd driving the team of Percherons. Percherons came out of France. Kind of have some question about their origins. Been some rumors that there also was a mixture with the French draft horse with the Arabians, ridden by the Moors during their invasion of Spain. It accounts for their very clean, neat head. Now, even though there's only one entrant here, she'll still be asked to do the same as if there were 20 entries out there. The judge is not so much judging the rig as he is the teamster. All right, walk please. Walk your horses please. All right, come up and line up on. What? All right, you're going to reverse. I'm sorry, Leo. We don't have the benefit of radio, so we're doing this by hand signals.
Reverse on the diagonal.
Yeah. You want to ask her to reverse on the diagonal? You better hang on to that corn. That sucker's getting up pretty expensive right now. I wouldn't leave it sitting out back. Somebody be shoveling it into a bushel basket somewhere. Diagonal on it, yeah. Thank you.
Do you know, does this tip down now, this root? Does this come down? This come down just a little?
Yes.
All right. Would you please, please say your name. Okay. Great, thank you very much, appreciate it. You say your name. That was Linda Boyd. You're welcome.
Again, this is Linda Boyd. How about a nice hand as she goes by you there, folks? Let her hear from you. All right, we're going to come in and line up on our ring screws. Walk your horses, please. Walk your horses.
And then stand, I guess.
Stop your horses. Well, line up, all right. Well, not to mislead you, that wagon is not totally filled with corn. They built kind of a shelf in there and just laid in, looks like a couple of bushels. Now, the judge, at his option, may ask her to do something.
Everything going good?
It's just slow.
Oh, the forge your parts. Chris, we're doing all right. When do you guys will be wrapping up here? We're supposed to go to 6. I don't think we'll make it to 6. But that's the schedule time. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
No problem.
Guys, I guess I'm not understanding what you're saying. That's it? All right, your release. Linda Boyd. I'm assuming also from the Commerce City area. Our first place winner in our ladies team. You notice they've been switching the flags around up here behind us. They discovered that we're on the wrong end. All right, nice hand for Linda. Went out and shucked that load of corn this morning. Don't have a bank board on there though. Her first time in the arena, Jeff Pelton. First time in the arena for Linda Boyd. Well, that blue ribbon can hang in your wall and nobody ever has to know you're the only one out there. All right, we'll check on what class we're moving to. I have a youth team, but I don't think we have a youth team driver, do we? Ron, and coming back into the arena, Jerry Ryder, driving that aluminum wagon we talked about a few minutes ago. So, John, that is your class. It's a very unusual wagon. I'd like to know more about that Wyoming State Fair wagon. It's a very heavy gear, running gear. You're interested in know if that box was designed for that running gear, or is that gear was used for some other purpose? Walk your horses, please, gentlemen. Walk your horses, please. Yes, Judge. Wyoming wins will blow your head off. Trot your horses, gentlemen, please. Trot your horses. I may wonder why is he asking walk once, trot once? Well, he wants to see how rapidly that team transitions from one gate to the other. As he reduces his trot to a walk responsibly, the same is key as they go from a walk to a trot responsibly. All right, we are setting up for the diagonal on Mike to your team. You'll be leading around the diagonal. Watch Leah Mackey, our ring steward. I might ask, why is the judge asking for this? Very simple, he'd like to see the other side of that wagon and team. And this is the way that exposes him to the other side of the winner. Walk your horses, please, gentlemen. Walk your horses. Trot your horses, please. Trot your horses. The judge is looking how well does the team work together. They're pulling evenly. It's one horse pulling more of the weight than his partner. We're going to line up on you, Leah. All right. Mike, when you get around to where Leah directs you in there. Leave the keys in that wagon. I don't have to steal that. You might notice, if you look at some of these teams closely, in many instances, leather harness is giving away to Wyoming leather, plastic, man-made materials. A newer material called beta is also being used for harness, as well as granite, G-R-A-N-I-T-E, granite, which is a man-made material, very similar looking to feel and color as leather. But many teamsters going to the man-made harnesses are a little easier to keep clean. Don't get dry rot. You just rub them down. You don't need to oil them. A lot of traditionalists though stick with the leather harness. Even in your show harness, which you'll see in like the National Western Stock Show, some of those teams will be utilizing man-made material, Wyoming, some other form of nylon. Most, however, sticking with the leather. A lot of the pullers will use the nylon or Wyoming tugs where they're pulling because they're just a little bit tougher and stronger than the leather. Now, if I heard the judge right, he's asking to back up. Also the fan, or I guess he's going to pull up. Fanning is moving the horses from right to left, much like you might do in a docking or backing up operation. You may want to just do a half fan, fan to one direction. Or as you can see, Greg is going all the way to the right. Only the Wyoming State Fair wagon looks like it has a fifth wheel under it. It can turn a little bit shorter than these grain wagons. They're very limited on how far they can turn. So he's asking to pull forward enough to clear from the other team. Asking them to fan their horses. And again, back up from that point. If you watch the front wheel, you can see that it's rather limited on how much they can turn. We have a little equipment malfunction here. I am not in position to see what the problem is. Maybe you're in a better position than I am. Well, whatever it is, they're going to have to rehitch. Or do we break a pole? All right, we broke a pole. All right. Some of you may call it the tongue. Most teamsters will refer to it as the pole. All right, this is my cushion. How about a nice hand for all of these teamsters? Bringing their units out here. All right, looks like Doug Hammock, our producer for today's show, running over with the placings here. We'll give it to you.
Okay. Cushman 1.
All right.
And then Greg second. Cushman was first. Greg was second. Gary was third. And Jeff Sparks was fourth.
Cushman, Greg,
Cushman, Greg, Gary, Jeff.
and Gary.
All right, here we go with the announcement on the placings in fourth place. Jeff Sparks, the gentleman who broke his pole on his green wagon there. In third place, Gary Reimer. Gary has the wagon with the Clydesdales on it. In second place, Greg Kearns, the black and white team with the red wagon. And in first place, Mike Cushman with his gray perch rods. Nice job, Mike. I assume the state fair uses that for promotional purposes. It's one fine wagon. And there you see a manually operated farm wagon. I assume we're going to do a barrel race. I see some guys bareback. Is that right? From
Okay.
over in Nebraska.
This should be interesting then.
Mitchell, Nebraska. I am not sure they're going to have a prescribed order around the barrels, or can they go cut either way they want to? Either way, their option. All right. Now, as I always point out, throughout the day, we've been asking the horses not to go above a trot. Now we have them out there, and we're asking them to run if they would.
I have no idea.
See, some of them don't like that, Daryl. Granted, they're not used to doing this. Some are really not used to doing it. All right, he found the forward speed. If we can call that speed. All right, when he gets around that barrel, let's bring him on home. Not a lot of us here right now, but bring him on home. Come on now, horse, you hear that cheering. That's all for you. The horse says, I have one gate, you see it, this is it. All right, turn the hourglass over. Doug, I couldn't see who that was with the hat on. On the Clyde. And keep in mind, these are draft horses, they don't neck rein. The horse right now is saying, you must be kidding. Oh, look at that. It's a three-gated horse.
And a side stepper.
All right, when Barry gets around the corner here, let's bring him on home. All four of you. All right, get it to him. Oh, look at that. That scared him. Man sets a good horse, doesn't he? Nice job, Joe. All right, looks like Jeff Sparks coming on one of his Percherons. No, around the barrel. That's the way. Ah, pretty close. Oh, a little lighter swath there. There are a lot of folks who do ride their jacks on a regular basis. Or some shows have what they call a ride a draft class, which they ride under saddle, both English and Western. All right, let's Jeff here. A lot of space there, Jeff, between you and the horse. But they do have classes for draft horses under saddle, both English and Western. Looks like Gary Ryber coming up with one of his Clydesdales. Gary normally gets pretty good action out of this horse. Not this one? Okay. Look at that, see, right into the gate, right off the bat. Again, totally unnatural for the horse. Totally unnatural. All right, let's hear it from Gary. He finds the go cob.
Not bad time.
Again, we are holding back on the times until the final placings.
We should be in over in about 10 minutes. Okay. Would you mind just analyze this? There's something about it. You just string them around. Oh.
All right, this is Greg Kearns from Elizabeth, Colorado. Greg is on Amos.
I'll be happy to do that for you.
See, Greg is getting Amos to build up a little speed there. Spinning around a couple of times. Fascinated by Pepsi, I guess.
He says, give me one. I want sugar.
All right, let's bring Greg on home.
Oh my gosh.
Nice ride, Greg. What Mike Amos has come through for you again.
One more.
All right, another Clydesdale. I'm not sure who's up on this one.
Nice close turn.
Again, as I mentioned, not to work a point to death, but every class that they're in up to this point, they're restrained from doing anything above a trot. And then we come out here and ask them to maybe at least get into a slow gallop or slow rope. This horse is very happy at a trot. Are we bringing the horses back in? All right, gentlemen, if you would please bring your mounts back in.
Okay, Greg got first with a time of 33:47. Gary got second, time of 37:65. Jeff Sparks was third, time of 47:90. Darren was fourth with 48:09.
48:09.
Yep. Bill Fullenwider, how was that last one?
All right, Bill.
Full and wider.
This one there.
He was fifth, time of 102.
Flat. Just 102 or 1 minute, 2 seconds.
1 minute, 2 seconds.
Okay.
And the first one, I don't know his last name, was a DQ. It was off pattern.
All right, here are the way it finished in our barrel race. We don't have a last name for Tim, but Tim was a DQ. He was our first rider out there. In fifth place was Bill Fullenwider with a time of 1:02. He was the gentleman next to last with the black horse. In fourth place was Darren Henry, a time of 48:09. Darren was on the light-colored Clydesdale going right in front of you right now. Jeff Sparks was third with a time of 49.90. Jeff was directly in front of you there with the pinky shirt on. In second place with a time of 37.65, Gary Reimer. Gary was on the Clydesdale as well. In fact, he's just now mounted up, and that makes our winner, Brett Kearns, with a time of 33:47.